Moonsadai Land of Nerds. I am here with Christian Beranek. I got the name right. Christian Beranek here at her table that she is sharing with Kelci Crawford, who is not here at the moment. I'm going to talk about some of the books we have here, or they have here, including Validation and Post-Apocalyptic Nick. Now, Christian, I've had a chance to read Validation, but can you tell us something a little bit about it for our viewers?
Validation's about a trans girl named Allie, and it's about her day-to-day life, trying to just, live a fulfilling life with a lot of different challenges along the way. And then also it incorporates her love of geek culture, so we get a chance to tackle a couple different issues at once, not only trans issues but geek issues too, which I think is an important thing.
So it does a cross of two things that are very, very key important things in society today: trans issues, living as a woman when, she was born man,
yeah,
right?
She was born male. Yeah.
She was born male. And then going to cosplay and cons and being treated like, a piece of meat because she's wearing a skirt.
Yes, that's in there. That's in there as well, yes. We definitely deal with that.
And tell us a little bit about Post-Apocalyptic Nick.
Well, Post-Apocalyptic Nick was a webcomic that Tony DiGirolamo and Tom Grzanski and I worked on for the Webcomic Factory. And then we eventually were able to get a complete story together, and then we put it up on Kickstarter and eventually published the book from there.
So Kickstarter got fully funded?
Yeah, we got fully funded, and we're able to do t-shirts and the book and some stickers and stuff, and the book's available now, so it's pretty cool.
All right, so both Validation and Post-Apocalyptic Nick are available as webcomics?
Yes, they are available as webcomics. You can go to the webcomicfactory.com for Post-Apocalyptic Nick, and then validation.com for Validation.
Okay, awesome.
And then,
yes, I see you have an Antigone book here on the table.
I used to be a publisher in a former life, early 2000s, and I had a publishing company with my brothers. It was called Silent Devil, and I was just fascinated by this pitch for a comic book version of Antigone, because I'm really huge on stage plays and just Greek tragedies and ancient history and all that stuff. So I was pretty amazed to be able to put something like that out there, and several colleges have picked it up as part of their curriculum. So hopefully in the future I can complete the trilogy with Oedipus Rex and Oedipus et Colonis, but all in due time.
Okay, back to Validation a little bit. It discusses the geek culture issues and the gender issues. Which do you think is harder, or do they harder for the hero, or do you think they all kind of combine into one just mess of...
I think life is just one big flippin' mess. So you're just doing your best to deal with it day to day. And look, I mean, the whole geek culture thing right now, that's everybody. Everybody is pretty much like the geeks have sort of won in a way right now, but what are we going to do with our victory? How are we going to treat each other now that we're out there in Comic-Con, which used to be, at this show used to only have 3,000 or 4,000 people, is now close to 100,000 people. I mean, it's all within culture. So with her, she sort of bridges the gap to be able to discuss not only gender issues, but also the geek issues, and how maybe they're one and the same.
There are a lot, because a lot of the issues that women have getting into geek culture is nerd shaming, people trying to question you. Oh, you're wearing an outfit, I'm Joker today. Oh, what do you know about Joker, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So, maybe I do, maybe I don't. That doesn't matter. Maybe I just like the Joker.
Well, that's also the same thing true with trans issues. It's if someone is transitioning either from male to female or female to male, they're oh, are you a true trans person? Are you doing it the correct way? And it's very similar to the geek way too. You know what? Don't listen to those people. Just be yourself. If you want to dress as the Joker, if you want to dress as Poison Ivy, or whoever you want to dress as, do what feels right for you. And if you look in the mirror and you're I look awesome, I feel awesome, I'm going to do it, don't pay attention to what anybody else says. But if someone compliments you, take it graciously. Okay, thank you very much, I appreciate that. I mean, it's all about balance. And you as a person, you're already within yourself. You're right there in the center already. It's everybody else who's trying to pull you this way and that way and this way. All you have to do is just bring yourself back to the center all the time. And if you're able to do that and then go through life, I mean, that's a pretty fulfilling, happy way to live life, I think.
And one last question before we go away to keep this short. And is there any one favorite scene that you've written or been a part of drawing or published that you are just thrilled to death that you were a part of?
Well, the correct answer is every single time a new page comes in, I'm really happy about that. But if you want to like pick an actual scene, I guess in Validation, I really like the scenes with her and our little character here. Oh, here he is.
Her dinosaur pet?
Yeah, Mr. Dino. Like just him being in there and all the little things. I can show you another little thing here.
We can do a scanned copy out of the book and show it off too, or take it off the webcomic. But
that Mr. Dino and his little scooter, that makes me happy. Just anything that makes me smile, I'm good with.
If you're smiling and you look good, you feel good, what else matters, right?
What else matters? Not much. Good friends, good times.
All right, Moon Sedai Land of Nerds. I'm here with Christian Beranek at the table where she and Kelci Crawford are selling their comics. You said validationcomic.com for validation. Oh, where was
Webcomicfactory.com.
Webcomicfactory.com. You can get Post-Apocalyptic Nick. And thank you. What can you tell me about your co-conspirator in Validation, Kelci Crawford?
Oh, I found Kelci on Tumblr and DeviantArt. I sent out a little notice like I'm looking for an artist for this particular comic Validation, and she sent back her samples, and I was just blown away by how she's able to like emote, well, the faces, their expressions, how their body language. It's very important for like a slice of life comic like this, and she was totally able to nail that, and from there she's just progressed. And if you look at the first few pages, I mean, they're good, but as time goes on they become great. I mean, she just keeps getting better and better, improved as an artist, and she's one of the most professional people that I've ever worked with, so I'm really happy to be with her.
And there's a shout out to Kelci Crawford, the artist for Validation. I'm Moon Sedai, Land of Nerds, and you have a good day.